Hey, this is Alissa from Arch Enemy, and I would like to see all of you at Brutal Assault Festival.
Spark TV. Metal in action.
We can start about your story, your life story. If somebody asks you, how it is with you if you were a small girl, when did you started to think that you could be a musician one day?
Strangely enough, I know a few other people who have the same situation as me, but I was never like one of these kids that sat in my room dreaming about being on stage. Like, I didn't think about that. That wasn't what I set out to do in life. I've pretty much my whole life just been very determined and a very hard working person. So, like my mom even tells me stories of when I was like 4 years old and I was like, I need to know how to read, and then I would take a book and go sit in my room for hours forcing myself to learn how to read, and then in school and high school and university and everything, I always got awards for academic awards, and then I got theater awards and sportsmanship awards, and I was I guess what you would call like an overachiever, but that is like, I'm proud of being like that, like I think that's a strength actually, and I can't do something like half-assed, like I have to do it 1,000% or 0%. And so when I started doing music, which was at the age of like 17, I guess. Well, I mean, I was doing like some music before that, but when I had my first band, that was when I was 17, and I didn't think I would be doing that as a living. I just thought, okay, well, this is fun. I like these songs. Let's book some shows. And then I got to learn about the industry because I was like booking the shows and printing the t-shirts and doing all that kind of stuff. And it was just like a very gradual learning process that just really, I just like every show I did, every interaction I had with another musician or whatever, I learned from that. And I continue to be a sponge even now and learn from every musician I meet and every show I see and every show I play, because I just want to be the best front woman that I can be. So, even now I don't consider myself as, okay, there, I did that. I'm still growing, and I hope to continue to grow forever.
What was so what was the result that you decided to do music? Maybe the main impulse?
Like I said, it just sort of happened. I mean, I was, up until like 2 years ago, I was still working a normal 9-to-5 job and doing a band and going to school, just because I want to go to school, I want to learn, I want to get myself some degrees and, the normal way or whatever. And then having a band is very expensive. So I had to work a job to be able to pay for band stuff. And, it's only recently that I've been touring enough to support myself financially. So I wouldn't say that there was a moment where I was like, it's music time. I'm fortunate enough that music did take over my life. And, I'm really, really fortunate to have that situation because I know that a lot of people, strive for that. But I've also been working for like 13 years at it, so I'm like, okay, good. Let's not get complacent. Let's stay grounded and make sure that I continue to work so that I can continue to produce music that people want to hear and play shows that people want to watch and maintain this as a career.
And the music background?
I grew up in a house of music enthusiasts, I guess you could say. I have an older sister who is also a touring musician. She plays guitar and sings in a band called No Joy. My mom and my dad are very big into music. Like, we would have like vinyls all over the walls, a huge vinyl collection. So I grew up listening to like great music, like David Bowie, Janis Joplin, the Doors, the Beatles, even like more stuff like in the era that I was alive, like in the 90s, and like listening to grunge and punk, and I love music, and my whole family loves music. So it's not. Again, I'm lucky that I never had like oh no, go to school, why are you doing this music nonsense? It was always just like, whatever you want to do, make it happen, you know? And with that freedom, I took the responsibility to make it happen. So I never took music lightly. I've always taken it very seriously. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I never went to school for music or anything. I never took any lessons. I just was always surrounded by a true appreciation for music. And like I said, I have an older sister who's the same way. So when we were kids, we would write songs together, and you know, and yeah, that's kind of it, actually.
And just why metal music? What's the magic of the metal music?
You know what? I don't.
What's the magic?
I mean, I don't really know actually how I ended up in metal, to be honest. I think I really like the aggression in it. And you know, when I discovered that I had this like weird monster in my throat, then I was like, hey, this could be useful in this type of music. Yeah, I didn't. I mean, I've always liked more aggressive music. Like, I don't really like soft music that much. I really like dark, spooky, evil-sounding music. So I guess that's what always drew me towards metal. I really like fast and aggressive music, which is why I also really like punk. And to me, it's just so much fun to perform that. So I guess it just, I don't know, it kind of all sort of just like happened. I didn't have like a plan that I followed. I just sort of like went with life as it happened, and now I'm here, so.
Celý rozhovor s Alissou a její příběh najdeš v novém srpnovém Sparku. Spark TV. Metal in Action.